Welcome back one and all. I'm Tristan, and it's time to talk top 5 budget strains of 2025. So, 2025 was my first full year as a medical patient, and it's certainly been an interesting year, I'll tell you that. I've tried quite a variety of medications, and so I thought, let's compile them into some lists so that you out there would know some things that might be worth keeping an eye out for. Let's start the journey with today and our top 5 budget strains of 2025. First up, we've got some honourable mentions. Our first honourable mention was a late addition to the year. This one being 4C Labs Skittles Fuel, grown by Oxley at £6.25 a gram. This one isn't loved by all, but I found it quite enjoyable. It's supposed to be a cross of Skittles and something else. Some people think diesel. All I know is there's no fuel, no gas. What you do get is a bag of tropical Skittles, as if you've just been down to the core. It's not the best, but it's fresh, it's tasty, got a nice uplifting effect, and doesn't entirely knock you out, which, for £6.25 a gram, is worth a mention. It's not amazing, but I'm not complaining. 4C Labs Jokers, grown by HYTN, at £6 a gram. This one, for the price point, I found it to be rather pleasant and worth a mention. It's a cross of White Runs and Jet Fuel Gelato, and at the price point, it was a pleasant version of that. It had the Runsy Zingy LCG to it, whilst having a little bit of fuel. It was a nice pick-me-up in the midday, didn't knock you out, it allowed you to get on with things, and frankly, I miss it. It wasn't amazing, but it was good enough that it got you through the day and put a smile on your face while doing so. I'm sad it's gone. Black Kettle Farms Gushers, £6.50 a gram. At the price point, I can't complain with this one. It's not Gushers, but it's pleasant, whatever it is. It's got a gelato-y base with a cushy sort of back note. It's pleasant, it's clean, and it's reasonably costly. It's right at the top of the budget barrier, but it did a good enough job for me that I thought it was worth a mention. It's one you can still get access to, and whilst it's not going to blow your socks off, again, it's another nice daytime strain. So, if you get an opportunity, certainly worth checking this one out. Medica London Jealousy, grown by RPK Biopharma, £5 a gram. Whilst I'm not entirely sad about its discontinuation, whilst we had it, it wasn't bad at all. It was a lot better than a bunch of the budget options you'll find down at that price point. It wasn't completely dry, wasn't entirely small nugs. It was decently tasty. It wasn't the tastiest, but it was tasty enough. It had a jealousy front with a sort of cakey back. It was pleasant. Anyway, Medica discontinued it. That's yet another budget option gone sadly for us, but if it was to return, I'd certainly be willing to give it another go at that price point. Our final honourable mention now, Medicus Fruity Pebble Kush, £5.50 a gram. Its parentage reads like a library. I'm not even going to attempt to do it, but what's important is what you get. It's not that fruity, honestly, with a taste profile, which was rather disappointing. It's much more kush leaning. However, where it does recover some points is the effects, and it gave me munchies, which I've not had munchies in a long time. It's got a nice impact, so at that price point, I'd say it's worth grabbing if you're looking for a decent budget strain. I'd certainly get it again. And now, for the actual top 5.
5.
Big Nasty Medical Pirate Band Smalls, £5.95 a gram. This one comes in at 2 variants, that being the Smalls at £5.95 or the regular at £6.95, which, considering I've had both, and the regular seem to be just as small as the Smalls, there's no point in paying that extra £1 per gram for. Why does this get number 5? I mean, Big Nasty is not exactly the most highly rated on the scene. Well, the reason being the freshness and the quality. Whilst the nugs aren't particularly large, they're full of flavour. There's a papaya guava runts mix, I believe, is its parents, and it's just really pleasant. It's another runts variant, don't get me wrong, but it's grown decently, shipped to us from Jersey, and it seems to be a lot better quality than a lot of the things that we get from Big Nasty and Medical in general at this price point. Complaints? These bloody plastic tubs, they destroy so much of the outsides, but other than that, honestly, I can't complain with this one. It tastes nice, gives a decent uplifting effect, has a sort of runcy base that's familiar. It's hard to go wrong.
4.
Medica High Society grown by 3PL Ventures at £6 a gram. This one came in at the back end of last year, and it was a rather surprise hit for me. For the price point, I was expecting it just to be meh, considering how disappointing a bunch of the stuff I've got from my Medica has been. Well, this one was a rather pleasant one. It was strong, smelly, tasty, impactful, pleasant. The smell was a little funky. I wasn't quite expecting it. Just biscotti, cross, jet fuel gelato, which the gelato only comes through on the back end really. The front end is just this funky something else, but it's bloody delightful, and I really like it. So here's hoping the next batch is just as good and just as fairly priced. Keep this up, my Medica, because we need things like this, and I love it. And I really wish it had stuck around for a little longer. It sold out just as fast as it landed. It was a little short shelf-lived, but it was decent. I'm hoping that the next batch is going to be even better, but this batch was nothing to complain about. Before we get into my top 3, just know that all of these are based on my own personal preferences and is a subjective thing. Each person has different biochemistry, and each person has different interactions with it. If you like the content, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And now, let's get back in to the top 3.
3.
4C Labs, Hooker Up Smalls, £5 a gram, grown by HYTN. This was my personal favourite during the summer of last year. It's a cross of sour apple and black banana, and the sour has some really nice effects for me with my autism and my brain pain. It calms, it soothes, it gives a light uplift without leaving me unfunctional. Just what I need. The apples, the banana, nice taste. It's got a sort of sweet sativa, piney edge to it that's just pleasant to consume. It's not like advertising itself in terms of the smell from 20 foot away, but it's enjoyable. The price, I really liked it. I'm so sad that it got discontinued. Eventually 4C Labs did replace it with a different grower's Hooker Up. However, it's at a much higher price point and there's no smalls, which when it comes to budget options leaves us rather high and dry. Well, not in this case. So please 4C Labs, if you can, treat us to some smalls.
2.
Medicus, Fire Cookies, £5.50 a gram. As you can see by the amount of packs I've got on this one, I rather like this one. They are smalls, as is many of the options at budget, but that doesn't mean you have to have bad medication. Yes, with this one it does have the downside of being a little on the dry side, well, a lot on the dry side, and smalls, but a Boveda or terracotta in a Kilner jar soon rescues that. It's a cross of Girl Scout cookies with Fire OG, and it really does show because it's got like cookie smoothness with a nice OG back end. It's tasty, it's really impactful, it helps sedate my brain pain, and I can use it all day long and it doesn't leave me like immobilized. Your experience may differ, as I've known some people who are a little lighter on tolerance use the same medication and let's just say they had a very thorough night's sleep. But for myself, as a high tolerance person, I find it almost ideal as a daytime strain. Not quite as ideal as the delightfully summery Hooker Up, but good enough on its own merit. So, well played, Medicus, you get the honourable second spot.
1.
4C Labs, Suds, grown by Fafo, £5.50 a gram. Any of you who were around for last year and got to experience this know that there's just no competition. This was the best budget medication, without any question of a doubt. Sadly, we all got heartbroken when it got discontinued, and the only thing we've seen since would be the one from Muso, which, from my experience, seems to be slightly different and quite a bit more expensive. Not to say it's bad, but it means it's not a contender for best budget strains. I really like this one, so did so many others. It was a perfect example of how THC percentage isn't everything. It's only 17%, and yet with the entourage effect, it was really effective medication for myself and so many others. It's a cross of the soap and runts, which, yes, another runts variant, but there's a reason why there's so many runts. It's because it's a decent base genetic to work from, and adding something to it that works decently and grown well can result in something truly spectacular. And again, the THC percentages weren't amazing, but without a doubt this was the best medication on budget for 2025. Well played to 4C Labs, you managed to get 2 of the top 3 spots for my budget strains of 2025. However, you managed to also remove them both, as they are now discontinued and not available, which is heartbreaking. Can you please bring them back? We beg of you. Those are my top budget picks for 2025. Do you agree? Or do you think something else deserved that top spot? Is there anything I missed or forgot? Or maybe didn't deserve to be on there? Drop your thoughts below and let me know. Are you as excited for 2026 as I am? Until then, it's time to talk medical cannabis.